Alright, so Drake and Kendrick have finally dropped their respective diss tracks on each other. Back when Drake leaked the first diss track, I was gonna make a video about it, but then I decided, I don't know, maybe I should just wait until Kendrick responds inevitably. And so I did. And now that Kendrick has finally made his response, I will say I like both diss tracks. I think they're both heats. And I think they both did what they needed to do. Personally speaking, because I think Kendrick's a better rapper, I like Kendrick's more. But we'll leave it there. This video will actually be about all the loser fans on both sides of this argument. You people have literally close to ruined what should be one of the most lit experiences in hip hop. So off the bat, Drake leaks his diss track, and we see all types of copery from Kendrick fans like, it's not a real diss track because you leaked it, it's not real. It's not real because, whatever, you're talking about all these people. Okay, but, you are so out of pocket, you're so out of character because Kendrick made you act up. What type of stupid arguments are these? Like, if Drake put something out, director or not, he put it out. Second, what do you mean his diss got him acting out of character? It's literally, if somebody disrespects you and you diss them back in rap, that is such a natural progression of events. I hate this stupid narrative that Kendrick making a diss track, starting a beef basically, making an open diss track with somebody else is him winning just by default because they're scrambling to respond. Like, what else could be happening? If they didn't respond, you call them shook. If they did respond, you call them acting out of character because they're so scared. Like, it's so stupid. Either way, it's like, and then concerning the diss track itself, we see people saying things like, well, I mean, he's just talking about his height. He's just talking about his height, he did it more than talking about his height. He talked about his contract split. He alluded to his wife not being faithful or something. He dissed him for the idea that he takes orders from his boss. He dissed him for the idea that his contract split wasn't good. He dissed him for the idea that he's doing music for pop stars and he's being forced to do so essentially or something. And then on top of that, he was dissing like 4 other people in the song. Like, it wasn't just a Kendrick diss track. And whatever, it was cool. But now that Kendrick has dropped his, all the Drake fans decide it's their turn to say nonsense. And now they're saying stupid things like, all he did was say nothing. If you think about it, everyone already heard this. What's the point? We already heard it before. Do you morons not understand that a diss track doesn't have to be a reveal track? You can just insult someone. You can just insult someone in a cool beat that sounds good and that has a good flow. Like, it doesn't have to be some sort of super exposal where everyone finds out something we never knew about. It doesn't matter if everything Kendrick said came from another song. What matters is if it sounds good and it sounds good. That's what matters. Literally, people talking about it like, oh, Kendrick took so long to respond. Kendrick and Drake took around the same amount of time to respond to each other. There's no doubt about for how long it took, obviously, when it was actually going on. Like, after Like That dropped, I wanted Drake to respond, that second, because, it was interesting. But he took some time and he dropped it. I wanted Kendrick to respond right after that too, because it's interesting, but he took some time and he dropped it. Like, just because they didn't drop it that single day doesn't mean it's trash, doesn't mean that they took too long, it just means it took them longer than a single minute to make something. It's such a symptom of new internet culture. Well, obviously, I wasn't there at the time, but when people talk about Biggie and Tupac's disses to each other, it's not this, man, Tupac washed Biggie, and there's nothing Biggie could do about it, his whole career's flopped. People just acknowledge that they make good songs against each other, I mean, but then again, some people deny that Biggie's diss track was even a diss track at all. But still, if we go to Nas and Jay-Z, there's a general air that they're both good rappers and they both did their thing. Obviously, ether is a word now that means destroying someone, so people say Nas won. But people don't tend to call Takeover trash or anything. People acknowledge that Takeover did its thing. Takeover was a huge song. Takeover was a really good song that dissed Nas effectively. And Nas had to respond because it was a really good diss track, and Nas did respond, and he made an even better one. It was that simple. Instead, now, all these Kendrick meat suckers have to do everything they can to discredit anything Drake ever does or says. Like, oh, he's not part of the culture, that's why he can't do this, or that's why he doesn't, and, his problematic behavior is the reason why, he'll never be accepted. Like, literally, give it up. I don't care if you like these guys or not. I really don't. Like, as people, I'm not gonna defend them as people, either of them. I really don't care about, what you think of them. I'm just saying, when it comes to their rap ability, they're both good rappers. Or at least, they're both good at making diss tracks. Like, they both can do what they're doing. Fine. Even though I like Kendrick's more than Drake's, if you like Drake's more, I can respect that opinion. I won't respect the opinion that, oh, he was saving on push-ups. He was just saying he was short. He didn't say anything on Euphoria. All he said was stuff we already heard about from Pusha T and stuff we already heard from Rick Ross. Like, no. They both said things that would have mattered to anybody else. If literally anybody else made the diss tracks that they made against each other, they would be considered legitimate diss tracks. You're just in your feelings because your favorite idol that you put on a nightstand and you pray to every day got dissed. And now you feel the need to, run defense for a job you're not even paid for and defend them on every turn. It's so annoying. But that being said, for round one, in terms of internet opinion, I feel like I see more Kendrick fans than Drake fans. But I know in the real world there's more Drake fans, so it's like hard to gauge on that level. But I'll say appearance-wise, it looks like Kendrick had the better diss track. And that being said, the fact that Drake is going to get so many people gives him a little leeway. So in my opinion, they're tied right now. I'm not going to say Kendrick is up, even though if anybody's up, it's going to be Kendrick. But I'm going to leave it at a tie for now. For now, we'll just say Kendrick and Drake are tied. And that whoever the next round will decide who wins for sure. And then again, because the rap is so divided into two solid lines, there might be a chance nobody can win. There might be a chance that they both again drop heats. All the Drake fans are like, this is the best song ever, and Kendrick's washed forever, he's done. And all the Kendrick fans are like, Drake didn't even say anything. Obviously Kendrick won. So it's like, honestly, I'm hoping that the diss tracks on both sides come back even better next time, all that stuff. Cool to watch, cool to listen to. I hope that when the songs do drop, all of us can finally get rid of their annoying misconception that any word that was ever formed against their master was wrong. But, that's probably not gonna happen. So, I'll just be here waiting. Also, this time, now that you Kendrick fans have gotten your response, I need you all to disavow the idiotic, if you think about it, his silence is killing him. His silence is doing more. At this point, Kendrick is up. I'm talking about before he dropped Euphoria. They were like, Kendrick is up because his silence is already making Drake do, magic tricks, already making him jump around. I hope you all disavow that nonsense, all the ones who have common sense. I hope all you Drake fans acknowledge that just because somebody isn't, exposing someone for, a scandal specifically means that, they said nothing. And it's stupid anyway, because even if he did expose Drake for anything, they just say it's not real, or they just say, oh, who cares? Or they just say, oh, whatever, that's gossip. So it's it wouldn't matter what either of them said. It would have been an L for the stands anyway. It's annoying that these losers have done everything they can to make this beef as unappealing as possible. But at the end of the day, Kendrick and Drake are still doing their thing when it comes to music. And even though I'm on one side a little more than the other, Kendrick's, I will say, for some reasons, fans make me madder. I think Kendrick is a better rapper. And I'm generally like his music more, but his fans just make me annoyed. They annoy me even with Drake fans because Drake fans are meat suckers. Don't get it twisted. Drake fans ride it like a rodeo, but they're funny to me. I don't know. It's annoying too. I am annoyed, but it's kind of funny. It's not funny at all. Kendrick fans. I just actually get mad when they do this nonsense. So I am looking forward to the next round. Either I'll make a video about it when the next song drops, or I'll make a video about it when both are done, or I won't make a video about it at all. Either way, I'm looking forward to where it goes from here.